Hey guys, SMZ here, and we're back playing Great Shadow Legends once again. And today we're going to be looking at one of the new additions to the game, which is the Chimera Clan Boss. Very interesting boss added very recently to the game, and it adds a new dimension, a new currency, which is relics. You can craft relics, and we get the materials to craft relics from the Chimera fight, as well as the gemstones, which we can equip in these relics. I can make a separate video on that if there's demand for it. But let's right now look at Chimera. So I have done my Ultra Nightmare fight already, and this is the team I use, which is Arbise. This is the mythical that I've pulled. We have Elva. I've been using Python previously. Elva is going to be the first time that I've used her. Newt and Marius are my damage dealers. Luckily, if you've seen the previous video, I pulled a 6-star soul for Marius, which means that my damage numbers are going to go up significantly. And that's what we're going to see in our fight that we're going to do in this video. And then Lydia for her debuffs, a lot of the debuffs that she puts out. So we are going to be attempting our Nightmare run right now. So that's the team, as I mentioned. And we're going to focus on getting as many trials as we can. Previously, I've done between 9 and 10 trials, so we're going to try to do that and try to see as much damage as we can do. What we need to get over is over 84 million damage to get the max chest, but I'm pretty sure we're going to go well over that. So our base is in the team because she's extremely useful. Her form 2 makes sure that he keeps decreased speed on the boss at all times. She also heals. She's also a very good target because of her taunt buff for the ram form. And she has leech as well as HP burn on the second form. And in general, very versatile champion that I've been fortunate enough to pull. Then we have Elva. We definitely need one healer and reviver. I've been using Python previously. I wanted to switch to Elva because I got a 6-star soul for her. What Elva does better is that she has an increased speed debuff in addition to the block debuffs, which is very useful to make sure that we are taking as many turns as we can. The one downgrade compared to Python is that she has a single target revive and not an AoE revive, but she has it on a 3-turn cooldown. So my hope is that I don't die much, and if we die, we're gonna cycle back to this very quickly. She also places a veil, which is necessary in one of the trials, which is also why I wanted to replace Python with her. Then we have Newt, who does his beastly damage with his Blessed Bash. And another thing he does is your team doesn't need cruelty because he brings this, he decreases the target's defense by 3%, which is amazing. The blessing I have on him is Soul Reap. I should have had him in Crushing Ren, but I use him in so many dungeons, and the Soul Reap is great when a target survives or a boss survives with 20% HP, he just kills him. So because of that, I'm not going to change the blessing. I'm going to keep it. He still gets the stat numbers because of blessings, which is great. Lydia is amazing for this fight. I have her in Brimstone because that's one additional debuff, so that's very useful. But the amount of things that she does, she has True Fear for the Ram form, decreased defense and weaken for all the forms basically. Strengthen helps us tank damage much better, and increased speed makes sure that we go much more than the boss. Then she has the block buffs and block active skills, which is extremely important for the Viper form. And we don't really need her passive in this fight, but it's good to have for other areas of the game. And then Marius, I'm looking forward to playing with his 6-star Crushing Rend for the first time. And yeah, he has his great ability, the 3 times enemy max HP nuke, as well as his A1 Enfeeble and his increased accuracy and increased defense, which are necessary for some of the trials as well. So with that said, let's jump into the fight. Let's go. I've actually never heard the music on this fight. The visuals are amazing, aren't they? Stunning. Oh, okay, he roars. So this is the ultimate form. We always begin the fight in the Chimera's ultimate form, which means the form with the three heads. And this is the form we're going to be facing most of the times. He has three abilities. His A3, which is the rightmost ability, he removes all your buffs. So, and this is the ability he's going to use the first. So what we need to ensure is before he uses this ability, we don't have too many debuffs on ours. If we do have debuffs, we have to ensure that they are protected. So for example, I have both Lydia and Elva in 9-piece protection, which means 75% chance that they are protected debuffs. So A3 have as few debuffs as possible before he takes this. Second ability, he does more damage based on how my basically how many debuffs there are on the Chimera. So this ability I've noticed doesn't hit as hard, but the thing that it does is increases the increased speed, which we want to avoid. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to put block buffs from Lydia before he uses the second ability. Then his A1 places a provoke and decrease speed. So what we're going to try is we're going to try to have block debuffs on before he gets to this ability. With that said, let's go. Again, he's going to use his A3 right now, which means we should not have too many debuffs. I'm going to transform with Orbice. I'm not going to use this ability yet because they're going to get removed. So I'm going to place debuffs on him. Leech and HP burn is placed. With Elva, I am not going to place the block debuffs yet. I'm going to A1. With Lydia, I'll go ahead and place the decreased defense and weaken, and because I have her in protection, luckily all the debuffs except the strength and Elva were protected. When it comes to the damage dealers, Noor and Marius, ultimate form, go all out, use your nukes. I'm gonna do just that. Self buff, I should not have self buffed actually because it's gonna get stolen, and hit him for damage. Noot, hit him for damage. Yes, that was not good, but we can tank the hit. This is Nightmare after all. Once he's done his ability of removing the debuffs, second turn he's going to hit based on as many debuffs as he has. As I've said before, doesn't hit as hard. I'm gonna use my buff ability. As you'll notice, the decreased speed is already on him, and that's thanks to Orbice's passive. She places a decreased speed anytime she or team members take a hit, which is great. Which means that decreased speed will stay on the boss almost all of the time. Now with Elva, I'm still not going to place block debuffs because the ability he uses is not going to place any debuffs on us. What I am going to do is with Lydia, as I said, he is going to place increased speed. I want to avoid him doing that. So I'm going to place block buffs on him. There you go. Let's cycle back. Even the A1 hits for 100k. Oh, that blessing is got tier. Let's place more debuffs on him. Why not? As I said, his A2 in my experience doesn't hit as hard. I'm manualing this fight just to show you how all the mechanics work and what we should take care of. In general, you can of course set this up to auto in each of its forms. We're going to talk about each of the forms when we come to that. Again, cycle back. Let's see. So now he's used both his main abilities, active abilities. He's going to provoke us, which means that I should put block debuffs on before this. Let's put more debuffs. Let's use abilities that we have access to, and I will put block debuffs now, so he doesn't place debuffs on us. Lydia's A2, I want to place it every turn if possible. Let's use our nuke. The nay before the nuke, another nuke. And we're pumping up our damage. We're already at around 10 million in 2 boss turns, which is amazing. And we continue. We can place the block buffs already, but I'll wait on it for 1 turn. We can use our this ability. Lydia had run out, so she took the debuffs. Does not matter. I will now use the 3 because it gives me an extra turn, which means that it helps us decrease the cooldown on his nuke ability. Let's place more debuffs. I should not have done that because his next ability is going to remove our debuffs. I also make mistakes, guys, so do as I say, not as I do. We can put debuffs on him. Luckily, we were also able to place Brimstone. Let's nuke him. Let's use our abilities. He is gonna hit us hard now. He's gonna remove our debuffs. So the hope would have been to have as many the little buffs as possible. Again, this is Nightmare. He doesn't hit as hard. Again, decrease speed and weaken on him. Increase speed on us. Now, next ability is gonna put increase speed on himself, and we want him not to do that. So I'm gonna try to use Lydia to put block buffs on him. There you go. Self buff and nuke once again. We can put debuffs on him. Now, another thing you always need to keep in mind, I've mentioned it yet, is this turn count. Now he's at 5 turns. Next turn, he's going to transform, and he's first transforms into his ram form. Going into the ram form, the most important thing is, for my Arbais, I need to make sure she has her taunt up. So the ram form hits her with the taunt. So that's basically what I'm going to do. And second thing is, I'm not going to use the block debuffs. I'm going to save it. So we cycle through, and I should have used the ability already. Let's see, maybe I get another chance. Even if not, the only thing we need to avoid is make sure that our reviver doesn't take that hit. And for that, you need to ensure that your reviver has not the least crit damage, basically. So I'm hoping we can get... Oh, we did get another turn. Great. So now we can put our taunt up. He's going to transform into his ram form. And see, because of the stone skin, we don't even die. Now, the ram form. We have 5 turns with the ram. So you have to keep an eye out on this. So when it reaches 10, he's going to transform back to his ultimate form. In his ram form, he has 3 abilities. His first ability is already used, which is he basically kills one champion that he targets with his dual debuff. And we avoided that using the taunt and stone skip, both of them in combination. In many cases, he will kill someone. If he does, once he's used his ability, revive that person. Second thing is he's going to put a lot of debuffs on us, and those debuffs cannot be blocked. They basically go through the block debuffs. So we will have to take those debuffs, but then we remove them. So I have my Elva in high resistance, which means she will be able to resist those debuffs and then remove them from everybody else. Now, the main ability, he places stun. Something also we'll try to use block debuffs to pass through. As I said at the start of the fight, I'm also going to focus on the trials. So with the trials, we have 3 categories of trials for each of the forms. For the ram form, we start off with easy trials, and then we slowly get to normal and then to hard. So let's check what we can do. The first trial, we have to do damage to him when he's under fear or true fear. Luckily, Lydia has a fear on her A1. So let's put a fear on him. There you go. It sparkles already, which means that we are already starting to do damage. Now, we have to do 1.5 million to him when he's under fear. If my Newt or Marius get a turn, we can do that. The problem is, this form is a very difficult form, and I think they need to adjust this form, because this form has a reflect damage. Anytime Marius will try to hit him, he will basically die. Same with Newt. Newt, it's slightly different because Newt also heals with his A3. So if Newt is at high HP, then we can hit him and he won't die. But with Marius, it's a problem. It's always been a problem. One good thing now with Marius is that I have a 6-star blessing, which means that I can use the A1, which will also do decent damage to him. Second trial that I'm going to focus on is placing 6 unique debuffs on the Chimera, and my champions are under increased accuracy. Marius places increased accuracy, and so does Arbis, but in her alternate forms. I'm going to try to do it with Marius. Place 6 debuffs while having the increased accuracy from Marius. And the third one is to do damage, 1.2 million damage, while he is under decreased defense, and my champions are under Veil. Lydia can do decreased damage on him, and Elva can place Veil. So I'm going to rely on that. Elva's turn, I'm not going to use block debuffs yet because he's going to use his second ability. He's going to place debuffs, and they cannot be blocked, but they can be removed. So I'm going to just use A1 Red for now. I like that he's tapping his feet. There you go. We're already damaging. I will put. I have need to put debuffs on it. 6 unique debuffs. So I'm going to use Newt A2. I did nothing because it's weak affinity, fortunately. I could put increased accuracy already, but I will hold on to that. So I am going to put block buffs on him and poison sensitivity. So we are still not going to use our money ability yet because we are waiting to place 6 unique debuffs. There's the decreased defense and weaken. Now we took the debuffs. We are going to try to cleanse them. There you go. Is he under 6 debuffs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 debuffs he's under. So I'm already gonna put increased defense because I'm gonna try to hit him with Newt because Marius dies. I'm not gonna use Newt's ability yet. Newt even dies because of decreased defense. That's not looking good. 2 champions dead. I will revive Newt because he has the money ability for now. Let's place the fear once again. And do I have 6 debuffs? I don't. It's not good. Not looking good with the trials because Newt is dying. That's the problem with this ram form, unfortunately. It sucks so bad. It's basically 10 turns of basically doing no damage at all. Because your damage dealers just die, as you can see. Let's continue. He switches back without us having done any trials. That sucks, but well, we continue. We still did decent damage. Ram form is just annoying as hell right now. Unfortunately, Marius is dead, which makes me think again that maybe I need to bring back Pythion because he has the AoE revive. Only 1 turn away, the revive. Until then, I'm actually not going to use Best Bash yet because it doesn't have decreased defense on. We wait for the revive to happen. There you go. We put increased speed and decrease defense and weaken, and now we will hit him. There you go, almost for 3 million in one hit, which is amazing. And we can immediately nuke with Marius. There you go, another 3 million. I'm going to place block debuffs to avoid his provoke and decrease speed. I can even put taunt. I don't need to, but why not? He's not going to steal it yet. We continue the fight. Again, keep an eye out for the Chimera turn count counter. At 15, he's going to transform, and this time he's going to transform into the lion form, which in my opinion is the easiest form. Place more debuffs on him, why not? And we don't need to really prepare for the lion form. So I should not be self-buffing, but the nuke is just too tempting. Because he's going to remove the debuffs, the buffs from us. There you go. He hits us. Unfortunately, doesn't do much. I'm gonna save my nuke ability. Here we go. We can put block. No, we don't need to because he is gonna use his A2, not his A1. And we again put decrease defense, and now I can nuke to do the max damage. Marius, come on. We put more debuffs on him. Why not? And yes, I don't want you to getting increased speed. So we put block buffs, put more debuffs on him because why not? And we hit him once again. Oh, Marius. I know, guys, I am infatuated by Marius right now. I love this champion. And he just got a 6-star soul, so love him even more. There you go. There's the lion. And Marius hits him because he transformed. And Note had his counter attack on. Okay, so again, 5 turns we have for the line form. Let's look at the trials. First trial is damaging him with a single skill, so any of the 2 nukes will do it. When it is under 5 or more debuffs and my champions are under increased defense, will not count damage from counterattacks. Damage him while my champions are under 5 unique buffs. This will not include damage from enemy max HP abilities. This one sucks. And we need to place a leech on him. Not a problem. Um, let's see. So, one for now. For the lion form, again, his main ability he places this debuff that nobody cares about, the Hunter's Mark. We'll just remove it. Second ability, he places these 2 debuffs. Make sure you cleanse them right after. They also cannot be resisted. But otherwise, easiest form to deal with. So we have to place leech on him. Let's do that. And we rotate back to our abilities. There you go. So one of the trials is 5 or more debuffs, and we should have increased defense, and we hit him with one ability. I think Marius's A2 will do it. So he has 1 to 5 debuffs. Great. We put increased defense. All the conditions are satisfied, and then we hit him. Dun. That should do it. Oh, that did the other trial as well. Great. Um, Absorb damage. This one I'm not able to do because I do not have anybody putting on shield. And I also do not have anybody using decrease resistance, so I'm going to focus on this one. So 5 unique buffs on us. Do we not have 5 unique buffs? Should not have done that, but well, actually that was fine. Never mind. Sometimes winging it is the way. The problem is this affinity matchup is not great for Newt, but we still keep going. We are doing damage even without the enemy max HP nukes. So we try to continue to hit him. Maybe we get through that. Let's see. Marius is hitting him. 300k out of 1.2 million. It's gonna be tough. Of course, it's gonna be tough. Leech once again. He put fear on us. We're gonna try to remove that. Again, I'll use Z1 not to provoke the fear. Let's put block debuffs on us, or should we? Yeah, let's put block debuffs. He's gonna hit us because we removed his Hunter's Mark. Okay, so how far are we? Quite far, actually. We might not be able to do the 3rd trial, but we did 2, which is good. Okay, we can nuke him. I know that will not help towards the trial, but that will help us towards the damage, which is also something we're looking at. Okay, so we continue right here. Okay, decrease defense and weaken out. Let's hit the nuke. Luckily, no weak hits. That's good. Increase defense up. A1. He's going to transform very soon. So we keep hitting him as hard as we can. Again, we're probably not going to do this trial. Okay, 400k. Yep, not happening. Not happening. He's going to transform back in 1 turn. Let's put the block debuffs. Oh, 500k. I mean, no, not gonna happen. He's gonna transform now. Ideally, We would not like Marius to have the decrease defense and weaken, but I don't think we can remove it in time. And we should not be putting too many debuffs because he's gonna transform into his ultimate form, and his ultimate form is going to um, remove our buffs. Basically, I say as I put more buffs on, but I wanted to hit for more damage. I'm actually not gonna use my key ability yet because I want to use it on the next form. There you go, he hits us, gets himself a nice little decreased speed, and we continue on the same path basically until turn 25 when he's going to transform into his final form. Not final, final is the ultimate form, but his third unique form, which is the Viper form. Also very interesting form, can be very, very annoying, but it's easily controllable with the block active skills. Let's talk about it more once we get there. So we just keep hammering at him until we get there. We hit him again with a Blessed Bash. Nice little damage there. Marius hits him as well. Again, he's going to use his A2 to put increased speed on himself. We deny that because of block buffs. Now we put block debuffs on ourselves. Try continue to hit him once more. And Marius, go for it. 3 million. Just right there. Well built Marius is amazing. And there we go. Okay, so he's gonna A1. We should have block debuffs on us ideally, but I think we might not be able to go around to it in time. If not, we just remove the debuffs. Yeah, we'll just remove the debuffs. Completely fine. We can't even remove them yet. Damn it. Okay. Everybody keeps doing whatever they want because why not? Should not have done that. I have too many buffs on myself for this next ability. And yet we take no damage. Come on, man, do some more damage. Okay. Yes. He has the defense down. I hit him once more. He's gonna transform very soon. But he still has one turn to go. So that's why I put the decrease speed on him. Now as we get close to the Viper form, we need to make sure we don't have too many debuffs because he steals all too many buffs. He steals all the buffs from us. So we will try to run out of our buffs, as many as we can. He had gotten increased speed, but we were able to remove it luckily. And I will not put block debuffs yet because it's very important to save the block debuffs for the Viper form. Run out of buffs, and also save Lydia's block active skills, her A3, for the Viper. I should not have done the counter attack. That was not good because he steals it. Okay, so now I've gotten myself into a predicament because of that counter attack, unfortunately. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I did not mean to put that on auto, but well, auto worked. So what I could do is, in order to remove the debuffs, I can use Marius' ability, which is great. So I have the block debuffs. I think we already did one of the trials. The first trial was to do damage to it using block active skills on him. Second is damage to him while it's under block buffs and HP burn, and it has no active buffs. So block buffs it already has, and HP burn it doesn't, and now it will. So I think the conditions are met. So we just have to do 1 million damage now. This one, unfortunately, I cannot do because I do not have poison on my team. I do have poison sensitivity, just not poison. The third trial is, it should be under decrease attack, which I can get from Newt, and my champion should be under increase speed, which I can get from either Elva or Lydia. He is under decrease speed. So let's put decrease down and weaken on him so we can do more damage. Again, Airbase is the MVP, always keeping the decrease speed on him. So now we are continuously doing damage with, again, because of the weak affinity, he might be hit. He does on one of the hits, but we are able to do two of the trials already. This trial is a bit difficult. So 9 or more debuffs, while the Chimera um, should not have block active skills. This one is difficult to do. Let's see if you're able to do that or not. Probably not. This one I think I can do. Damage it with a single skill while your champions are under increased attack, which I can get from Arbace's second form, and block debuffs. So this one has to be done with a single ability. I have to time it. So I need to switch to Arbace's second form. Press the wrong key once again. And block debuffs on myself. So let's put the block debuffs on. Let's put the block active skills once more. Let's transform and put increased speed on us. There you go. So all the conditions are met. Now I just need to do the damage with one ability. How much damage is that? 600k. So that should be doable. If I use my self buff, I still have the buffs on me. There you go. That trial should be done. Nice. This one I cannot do because I do not have decreased accuracy and I do not have increased accuracy. This one is difficult, but we can try. Okay, we also have to keep in mind he's going to turn again at turn 30, so we don't have much time with him, fortunately. Decrease defense and weaken. With her, I can just do this. Okay, now how many debuffs is that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and many of them are running out. We need to put 10. He has put 2 weird debuffs, stun and freeze, on my champions, but we can remove them. Okay, so I don't think I can do the 10 debuffs one. Let's just hit him for damage. Why not? Okay, so now I will transform once again. I will put these 2 debuffs on him. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 debuffs. Yeah, I don't think I can do it. So I will just put in the block active skills back on so he doesn't steal all my buffs. Okay, so basically we are heading towards one full iteration of all of the forms, and we've done 6 trials. I think in one more iteration I can easily do 2 or 3 more. That's what we'll aim towards, and it's going to transform now into its ultimate form. It's just one more turn to go, so let's cycle back. And I should not have done that. That's just I don't know why I did that. Sound like Hagrid, no? My reporter. Is that 10 debuffs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still 9. Even this won't change it now. Yeah, I need something different in my team to do the 10 debuffs without block active skills. There you go, it transforms once again. One thing you have to keep in mind is the more trials you do, the more bonuses he gains, the ultimate form. He is gonna ignore unkillable and block damage. If I go more, he's gonna ignore defense. So the more trials you do, the more difficult the ultimate forms becomes. But it's still worth it. So that's one cycle of the fight. Now we have one more cycle. I've done 97k in one cycle with 6 trials. I'm not going to continue the video. It's already probably getting very long. But I've talked through the main things that we need to worry about in this fight. So just try to replicate that. And 97k on Nightmare is already halfway through enough. And we need to basically do 80 million. And we're already through that. So I wish you guys the best of luck. If you have any questions about the Chimera, I know that's very new. Everybody's experimenting. Happy to help out, make another video on this as well. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.